We have so many barriers, don'ts, landmines, limitations.
So many rules.
Treated as invisible.
Yes, the other day, Michelle Obama went viral on social media for something she has been doing over and over. When you take a look at this, Michelle Obama does nothing but complain, even though she's at least 70 million rich and has more privilege than most people in the US. If you ever wonder why Michelle doesn't run for president, it's because she hates America. That is according to the person who posted that video. I have seen people like Ben Shapiro, Megyn Kelly reacting to her recent outbursts extremely concerning. If you watch the first lady like Melania Trump, you will not see her doing this. That's just a clear difference between these people. I did a video just a few hours ago.
Women, we have so many landmines and barriers and don'ts and limitations. It's, I mean, Craig, you're the guy at the table, but I think it's important for all guys listening, especially men raising daughters, to realize that difference. And that thing that inadvertently, as you are loving and raising these beautiful girls, there are so many rules
baked
that
in,
make us small,
baked in without our knowing it.
Yeah.
And I wish I could. I mean, I remember people saying, "Oh, well, she's a female doctor," as opposed to just she's a doctor.
Rules
baked
that
in,
make us small,
baked in without our knowing it.
So many rules that women have to pay, as opposed to rules for men. There's so many rules for women. It's so brutal and difficult. In fact, Michelle Obama is by the way, she's talking with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, like the very, very famous and wealthy actress, complaining about how rough life is for women in a beautifully turned out studio drinking from porcelain mugs. I can't with these people.
We weren't raised with the certainty of maleness that, kind of the confidence that young men in their 30s have, which they haven't earned. They just have it. We don't start feeling that and owning that until our 50s and 60s at a time when we start to be treated as invisible in society.
You don't have the certainty of maleness. It's true. Men face such great certainty as opposed to women who face tremendous uncertainty. Who is more likely to die young, men or women? Answer: women are more likely than men to graduate from college in the United States. In 2024, the 6-year graduation rate for women at 4-year colleges was 67%, compared to 60% for men. Among adults aged 25 to 34, 47% of women have a bachelor's degree, compared to 37% of men. The gender gap is consistent across all major racial and ethnic groups. Women also outpace men in graduate study completion. Women earn about 54 to 56% of all doctoral degrees and 62 to 67% of all master's degrees. Who is likely to die young, men or women? In the United States, the life expectancy for men is about 5 to 6 years shorter than for women. A larger percentage of men die before age 65 compared to women. 31% of men who died in 2023 were under 65 versus only 19% of women. Men have a higher mortality rate from nearly all major causes of death, including.
Yes, if you look deeply to understand what this lady is struggling to say here is simple. It is not like you are being victimized by biology. You are victimized by the deep evil in America. That is based on my understanding what this lady is struggling to say. And this has triggered a lot of people to always say she hates America. That is the truth. I have talked about her complaints every single time on this channel. At a certain point, I took a decision not to actually bring some of these clips. But when I keep seeing it every single time, I'm bound to react, show you what is going on. The main reason she continued to do this maybe is because of
how she sounds to regular people. Here's another one here. Poor Michelle. Her life has been all about other people, Maureen. See, she could have been the star, and because of that effort, she wasn't. Here's SOT 17.
I don't know if my ambition has ever fully been able to actualize itself because of the nature of what me and my husband have done. I mean, I guess you
as
could argue as a team,
right? It
was
wasn't about your individual ambition.
Was it right? It was the team ambition, and I went along arguably kicking and screaming, right? And I think I'm now at a stage in my life where all my choices are mine. All my, now I can say that whatever I'm doing from this point on is about my ambition.
Oh my God. Tiniest violin,
can't.
Maureen.
I have so many thoughts about this. First of all,
Let's hear them all.
The level, you know how they say rage and depression, they're two sides of the same coin.
With impunity.
Yes. If someone like this can be talking this way, then tell me how a mere person on the street would do. This was the first lady. She spent all her life complaining, oh, this, oh, now. It means all the time she was in the White House, she was not doing what she likes. Yeah, that is just based on my understanding. And I'm glad that Megyn Kelly and this lady, they are doing the best every single time to always call her out when she will do this.
Decades now of bad marriage.
You're going to have a bad decade.
My life became about someone else.
I mean, I've been married to my husband for 30 plus years.
What is marriage? What does it mean? It's about misery.
People don't think about that as they date because they're trying to find the match that where all those 30 years are going to be blissful.
Yeah, well, that's crazy.
And it's like, that's just not going to happen.
All you get is nothing. Emptiness.
We all want to know, what can we do to help you?
How can we help you all?
Do something.
For the sake of our kids. And I just don't think that there's any way around making this easy for parents. And I think that that's what we...
Parenting is never easy.
It's not supposed to be. And it's not fun. Life isn't fair. And that's another lesson for kids to learn.
That's right.
It's not fun. It's painful having children. It's not fun.
And she wonders why, as she told Amy Poehler, her daughters run the other way when she opens her mouth to offer what is surely unsolicited advice. And she's sitting there going, I'm Michelle Obama. People pay for my advice. I mean, you can see she's rarely photographed with those girls. Like, imagine your mother going on any podcast that will have her to say what a chore and a burden it was to bring you into the world and raise you.
Like, in all seriousness too. Like, she actually wants us to know that she's serious. They're a hassle, she says. The years of 1 through 13 will be bad. That's just not true. It's so funny. Like, I look back on my own experience with my kids.
This is Michelle Obama. I don't know why she actually took up this niche, to be talking about this on her podcast every single time, because since the day she started this podcast, every single time, this is what she's putting out. And if you understand what she is struggling to always do every single time, she has just one main goal, and Megyn Kelly and this lady, they understand exactly what is happening. Yes, I've been reporting on this over and over. Her complaints of being in the White House, how life is, things are difficult. Then people questions like, if someone that has been the first lady is complaining like this, then how about mere people on the streets struggling every single day to survive? That has always been the case. This is the first lady. I put out a video about Melania Trump, how liberals blow up, they're angry. Oh, why is Melania Trump wearing a black cap, or because they actually lack something to talk about how. Michelle is here putting this out every day. I should see some honest liberals sitting on podcasts discussing, talking against certain things like this. But nobody will do that. It really bothers me sometimes, when I see this. Though someone said at a certain time, like, we should mind our business, we should allow her. As a content creator, you should be able to comment when you see wrong. Yeah, that's just my job. That is what I do here every single time. People complaining, oh, I should not post about this. I will not stop. I will continue to always bring the truth so you can see. Thank you guys for always being and sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. If you love what I'm doing here, share the video. And if you see short clips, that is for the YT algorithm. They hardly recommend videos on this channel.
People line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like I've written books. I've given speeches. Line up for my advice. It's like,
Why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like,
She's seriously depressed about how hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said I will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. To run, he had 100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies in their amplification.
This is not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you...
Because she's fearful.
Registration Act is
Talking about
Term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
how bad is his reputation going to be?